Today I got some bad medical news and it hit me pretty hard. I have a degenerative condition in my eyes and it got slightly worse, and my risk of blindness is about 100 times greater than that of the average person. So naturally there's some anxiety there. And what I think about in times like this is that there are days in life when you push forward and make progress, and then there are days in life where you hold your ground. And today is a day for me to hold my ground, and I'm still making this video. I'm adhering to my goal of posting a video a day, and this channel is mainly about business, and something I believe is that often you don't really have business problems, you actually have personal problems reflected in your business. So I think this is going to be highly relevant for you watching this video. Two stoic ideals that I love are, one, the idea that everything is fuel to a fire, and two, the quote, Amor Fati, which means to fall in love with fate. Now, when I talk about everything is fuel to a fire, what I mean by that is you can leverage any obstacle in your life to strengthen yourself, either materially or at the very least spiritually. And Amor Fati means not only to accept your situation in life, but actually fall in love with it. To, in a way, be grateful that you've been presented with the challenges you have been, because you're uniquely able to handle them, conquer them, move through them. So I ask myself, how can I leverage this situation with my eyes to live more fully, consciously, successfully, and just live a more expansive life? And when I look at the past 6 months of my life, I actually have been doing just that. I've traveled to exotic countries. I've met new people. I've lived in a gorgeous apartment. I've ran my business very well remotely. I've made more revenue than I've ever made before in many of these months. And I've lived life more fully from my own place of power. And something that helps me do this is remembering that I'm mortal, remembering I'm going to die just like you watching this video. Now, I have a goal of living to be 109 years old and seeing the 22nd century. And yet I know that might not happen. And even if that does happen, I still die at the end of it, making each day highly valuable. And it was the seeds of this knowledge that helped give me the leverage to quit my job 8 years ago and start my own business and pursue a life of freedom. Because what's sad is that most people, even armed with the knowledge that they know they're going to die, still stay in the job they don't like, living their mediocre life. So it's important that when you are having the days where you have the energy to truly move your life forward, you actually seize that and make irreversible actions to improve your life. For me, quitting my job, starting the business, putting myself in a position where I had to succeed does that. And then when you're having hard and challenging days, you just have to hold ground. But you hold ground at a further point that you've reached to on your good days. And all this isn't to say that I'm not going to seek out the top experts in the world on the eye condition that I have and make sure I maximize my chances of optimizing my eye health in the next 10 to 15 years. From the people I've talked to, I know that big developments are coming down the pipeline, and I've actually made friends with someone who's extremely well connected with one of the top ophthalmology clinics in the US, and I now have him as a friend to bounce ideas off. And this was intentional. I sought people like that out to arm myself with the best team of possible experts to also attack any and all health situations as effectively as possible. And I think that those are the two pillars of dealing with any problem, health situation or otherwise. On one hand, you learn to accept and leverage that problem to add more fuel to your life. And on the other hand, you do everything you can in the practical sense to solve, fix, remedy the problem to the greatest degree possible. I'm not saying it's easy. For someone like me who loves to control and optimize so many aspects of my life, to have a situation with my eyes where the ophthalmologist says we have no idea why this happens and we have no idea what you can do to help it is extremely frustrating, because it's something that I can't easily improve. There's no step-by-step process to use and apply to it. It's actually much more difficult and complicated than business is, for example. So for me, my work is still showing up on this day and making a video like this and holding my ground when other people would fall back. And this is as much a video for myself as it is for you. So thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.